Now, Taylor actually knew Reagan already from a year prior, back in 2019.
Come on,
When I was
Wilman,
showing
let's
you
go back.
Reagan's wedding photos, as I said, the whole wedding seemed so magical.
Come
But the
on.
only unsettling part about the
Yeah,
wedding
you're
was
gonna
the
get a bath.
person taking these
Yeah, you're gonna get a
photos, who
bath.
was Taylor Morgan.
Yeah.
Back in the
Let's
summer
make sure
of
you're in shot.
2019,
Okay.
I'm not sure if it
There
was
we
Taylor
go.
that reached out to
Yeah.
Reagan or Reagan reached out
Yeah,
to
get a
Taylor,
bath.
but they had
You're gonna get a
connected,
bath.
and then over time is when Reagan mentioned she didn't have a wedding photographer, and Taylor had that little side business where she was like a photographer. But in this situation, Taylor actually did show up. She went to Reagan's wedding and she photographed the entire event. So now, a year later, is
There
when
we
Taylor
go.
reconnects with Reagan on
That's
Facebook.
good.
She just messages her on Facebook.
You ready to get a bath?
Oh my God, I know.
You ready to get a bath? Come
I
on.
actually just saw your post.
Oops,
and I
sorry.
forgot
I know, it
to
comes
share
out cold at
It's
first.
crazy because I
Oh,
love
get
her
you wet.
as well, and
Yeah,
she's so
I'm gonna
close.
get you wet.
And we be friends. So now we're getting into the days
Oh,
leading up
yeah.
to the fine and the actual
Get the
fine
bubby
itself.
wet.
October
Get the bubby
6th,
wet.
around 4 a.m.,
Yeah,
Taylor wakes
gonna
up
get you all
Reagan
nice and
with
wet.
telling him that
Oh,
the
yeah.
house was on fire. There was like a
Get you
small
all nice and
portion of the
wet.
hallway where they had,
So we
like,
can lather you up.
on the ground,
Ooh,
and
that's
that
getting warm, isn't it?
fire. Thankfully, at this point, the fire was small enough and didn't really spread. That Wade was able to just get the fire extinguisher.
I know, it's so hot out there, the cold water's coming in warm.
They had busted a water pipe, so they did not have any water. But also around this time, it was like 5:30 in the morning, so Wade didn't really care.
Come
He
here.
was like, okay, at least the fire's out.
Make sure we get you nice
After
and
he
wet.
goes to sleep, I don't know why, because I'm assuming Taylor probably started that fire. After this, Taylor would
All right.
get out of bed,
Gotta lather you up.
go on her phone, get on like a voice changer to change her voice, call the hospital, the local hospital that's close to her. She gets on the phone with this voice changer and she says, there's a bomb in the hospital, and then just hangs up. And then after that, she walks back in the bedroom, she wakes up Wade, she's like, Wade, you're never gonna believe it, they're not gonna induce me today. There's a bomb threat. Somebody like called in, so they're like evacuating the whole building right now. And then she just turns over and goes back to sleep. The next day on October 6th, 2020, as I said, due to the fire, they had busted a water pipe, so currently they had no water. So they decided to go over to Wade's parents' house so that they could shower at their house. While Wade was there visiting his mom, unfortunately, him and his mom got into a pretty heated argument because at this point, it's about a week past Taylor's due date. She was supposed to be due on September 30th, and it's now October 6th. So now Wade and his mom
You're
is
such a
getting
good
into an
doggy.
argument,
Yes,
and that's
you
when Wade's
are.
mom just flat out
Look
says,
at you. You're such a good
Wade, I don't
doggy.
think she's pregnant. And Wade just blows up on his mom. I can't believe you would even doubt something like this. This is crazy. And he storms out the house. But even though Wade storms out the house and says all that to his mom,
Oh, yeah.
something
That's
in
such a good
Wade
doggy.
also feels that there's something
Oh.
going on. It's a week
Yeah.
past her due date. She still hasn't
Yeah,
gone
aw.
yet. And
There you
at
go,
this point,
yawning.
I think
What are you
Wade
yawning
is just
for?
really tired of
You like
it
your
all.
baths.
He honestly just wants to
Well,
be
more or
out
less
in
you
the
like
world
the
already, just so
drying
he
off
can
at the
show
end.
everyone that he actually
Yeah,
does
you
have
like
a
that
baby,
drying
and
off
it
in the
wasn't
end.
actually fake. So that night
Yeah.
he goes home and he has a sit-down conversation with Taylor, and he says to her, look, I'll be by your side through everything, but I just need proof that there's a baby. And that's when Taylor blows up. She even spits in his face and says, how dare you? When I have this baby in a couple days, you are going to feel so stupid and so sorry that you ever doubted me or your daughter. The next day on October 7th, 2020, Reagan and Taylor decide to hang out with each other one-on-one.
Okay, come here.
Taylor brings her
Get your
over a
butt.
little gift and also
I can't get your
Starbucks
legs way over there.
drink.
I can't bend over there that far.
They talk for
Sorry.
hours, and Reagan appreciated
Can't bend over there that
Taylor
far.
so much that even after
Daddy's
Taylor left, Reagan
out of shape.
adding to
Haven't
the
done much
same
the last
quote.
month.
So glad I got to see
Oh,
you
come here.
today. I miss
Stop
you
pushing.
bunches. Also, thank
Now
you
relax.
for the gift and the Starbucks.
Makes y'all feel good.
2020. The very next day, Reagan and Taylor hang out once again. This time, Taylor comes over to the home around 8 p.m.
Okay.
They basically sit in Reagan's room and talk
There
for
we
about
go.
2 hours. And around
Are
10
you all
p.m.,
rinsed
that's
off?
when Homer, because at this point,
Yeah.
like, Reagan was home with her daughter and her husband.
Let's make sure you
Homer
got no
had
soap
work
on ya.
had work the next morning,
No
so
soap on
he
ya.
went up to the door and kind of
Yeah, we don't want any soap on ya.
and what he overheard
Extra soap make
was
you itchy.
Taylor
Come here.
talking, and Taylor was basically saying Reagan,
There you
oh
go,
my
good
God,
boy.
I cannot wait until I have my baby tomorrow. I just can't wait to just stop being pregnant
Alright,
and just
yeah,
have my
that's a
baby
good boy.
already. And so after this,
Oh, yeah, there you go. Shaky, shake, 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 Sonora. Shake it all the time.
it's October 9th.
Alright.
Still a continuation of the same night. Taylor randomly wakes up late
Okay.
at 4 in the morning.
I'm gonna reposition the camera so we can get you all dried up. Because I know mommy's gonna want to watch that part too.
The house is on fire. There's a bomb threat to the hospital. But nonetheless,
There we go.
Taylor wakes him up at 4 in the morning and basically tells him, oh my God, I forgot to tell you, I had made a deal with this guy about 4 hours away, and I had made a deal to sell
Do I
some
got you?
hogs to him. So you
Do I
need
got
to
you?
get up and
Yeah.
go over to his house
I
to
got
bring
you.
him all of these hogs and
Oh,
pigs. And so
there we
shows
go.
him text message
Oh,
conversations of this guy's name,
yeah.
this guy's address,
Oh, get
so when
dry.
Reed sees that,
Is he
gets
getting
up,
dry?
gets all the hogs onto the
Yeah,
truck and
getting
drives 4
dry.
hours away to
He's
the
a good
location.
boy.
But when Wade got to the
Yeah.
location, it was a bit
Yeah.
odd because when he showed up, the man at the door was very surprised. It was 8 a.m. at this point, and he's
Oh,
like,
he's a
I did not buy
good
any hogs.
Oh, he's a
And
good
Wade is sitting
boy.
confused. He's like, wait, you
He's
didn't
getting
text me
dry.
this morning? And he shows him
Yeah.
the text
He's a
messages
good
that
boy,
Taylor
getting
had sent him.
dry.
And the guy is looking
Getting
at him
dry.
confused. That is
Getting
my
dry.
name, and that is my
Yeah.
address, but that
Yeah.
is not my phone number. Man actually did end up buying
No,
hogs
he's a
off
good
of
boy.
Wade, mostly because he felt bad that Wade had driven out all this way.
Shake,
And
shake,
then
shake.
Wade got back in the
Shake,
car,
shake,
he went
shake.
to go 4 hours back home,
Oh,
but then
good
on his
boy.
way home is when he gets a
Yeah.
call from Taylor saying that she had the baby and she's currently in the
Yeah,
hospital.
you having
Now,
a
the
good
reason
time.
why Taylor
You're having a
wanted
good
Wade
time.
out of the house
Oh.
that morning was shown
Yeah.
in Taylor's search history.
You love your
Right
bath,
after
don't
he left
ya?
at 4 in the morning,
Yes,
her
you
search history
do.
showed her searching up things such as C-sections, preterm babies,
Yeah, you're a
even
good
exams
boy.
of babies at
Oh, you're a
35
good boy.
weeks, not because she was 35
What is
weeks,
playing?
but because Reagan
Uh-oh.
was
You
35
two playing?
weeks.
Random
Taylor
playing
also started
again?
looking into
Yeah,
the
that's
probability
okay.
of a 35-week-old
Got
baby
too busy
surviving
playing with
an
you,
early
and then we
birth.
get a
And a lot
bath.
of the articles and
Yeah.
videos said,
We
yes,
have
it
some
is
fun and
very,
then get a
very
bath.
dangerous to have a baby
Yeah,
at
it's
35
okay.
weeks, but it's
It's
definitely
okay.
not impossible to save the baby.
It's okay.
So at 7:30 a.m. that morning, that's when Taylor shows up to Reagan's house uninvited and tells
Yeah.
Reagan that the water is out at her house and she really needs
let
a
me get it,
shower. So
let me
she
get
was
it.
wondering if
Let
she
me
could
get it.
borrow Reagan's
Yeah.
shower.
Do I got
Homer
it?
was at work and Reagan was just at
Yeah.
home with her daughter.
Yeah.
So Reagan's like, of course, yeah, you can use my shower. At this point, they've been seeing each other
Yeah,
for
you're
3
such a
days
good
straight.
boy.
So they're just kind of like
Yeah.
becoming really, really close friends. Taylor did go inside and end up taking a shower, but unfortunately, after Taylor's
Oh,
shower,
yeah.
we really
Oh.
don't know what exactly
Yeah,
happened.
I think you're all
because
dry, pretty much.
frustratingly enough, Taylor
Yeah.
pleads not guilty to
Yeah.
all of this. She claims she didn't do anything. Again, we will get into that later, but unfortunately,
All
since
right.
she did plead not guilty, we don't really know
Yeah.
the full story of what happened. All we can do is kind of assume what happened based upon the crime scene and Reagan's body. So it is suspected that when Taylor
Yeah.
got out the shower, Taylor
Ouch.
had basically
Watch my balls,
hit
man. Watch my
Reagan
balls.
across the
You
head
watch my
multiple
balls.
times with a clam hammer. After this,
like you got
Reagan and
magnetic
Taylor
paws go
continued to
right
fight
for the
through
balls.
5 different
Right for the
rooms of
balls.
house,
Every
a
time.
continuous fight.
Every time.
Within this struggle, that is when Reagan got all of her injuries, including other injuries like a broken nose, multiple skull fractures, blunt force from a hammer. All of these injuries happened during the attack, and so it was suspected that at some point during the attack is when
Yeah.
Taylor had started what seemed to be an at-home C-section, because
Oh, I don't-
Taylor also kept
What are you
around that
doing?
first aid
What are you
kit. She
doing?
used all
What
of
are you
that
doing?
surgical equipment
What are
to
you doing?
complete
Oh,
this
bubbles. There you
C-section.
go again.
After she had
Straight for the balls
completed
every
the
time.
C-section, that is when
Oh,
she
straight for the
took
balls every
baby
time.
and
Yeah.
started to clean the
Straight
baby
for the
off
balls
with
every
water.
time.
Now Taylor is
Yeah.
not a nurse.
What are
She's
you
never
doing?
been a nurse.
What are
she
you
has
doing?
no clue what she's doing. She's purely just doing what she saw someone else in a
Daddy
video
got
do.
you.
So obviously there are
Daddy
a
got
lot
that
of
big boy.
things happening that Taylor is not understanding. Suspected at this point Taylor knew that she wanted the baby from Reagan.
Nope. See,
but
nope.
didn't
Not gonna get me today.
that Reagan
Not gonna
would
get
be
me.
dead
Ah,
as
I got
a
you.
result
Oh, you got
of
me.
that. So she frantically starts to clean up the crime scene. There's bloody towels in the sink that she just leaves there, and that is why when police pulled her over, there was that 35-minute gap. During that 35 minutes, she was trying to clean up herself, the baby, and the crime scene. Taylor did eventually leave with Reagan's baby and just had Reagan's baby on her lap as she was driving. She also stole Reagan's phone and started sending all of those weird text messages at around 8:30 a.m. to Homer. That prompted Homer to call Reagan's parents so that Reagan's parents can
Can
go
Daddy
over
get a
there and
bath
check
now?
on her. But after
He's like,
sending
but I'm
those
not
messages
done
to
being
Homer,
wiggly.
That's when Taylor just literally threw Reagan's phone out the window, and
Okay.
even to this day, her phone has never been recovered. And as I had mentioned earlier, on the way to the hospital, Braxlyn, Reagan's baby, was actually able to take her first breath, and then when she was in the ICU being monitored, unfortunately her pulse just